hello again. Uh, I'm gonna try for another streaming session of playing Reassembly. Um, Last time we got to, I think I was basically tired of getting blown up, so I uh, made it to a station and I quit the game and finished the streaming, but I'm ready to resume. We covered basic construction, parts unlocking, resource gathering, territory exploration, and defending a little bit. And we can just keep working on the progress on that game, I think. So let's carry on. So there's South Ed. So it loads. I'm using a different mouse since I started having trouble with the first one, but this one seems to be doing okay. Just have to get used to it. Okay. And I'm going to go to the ship editor and see. I don't have a lot of P left over, so what's that, 13? I can't do math. 7. 7 points, so not much to do. I could add a couple of small thrusters, but I don't think it's really worth it. Although, hell, let's do it. Put that there, and that there. We'll do some resource gathering and maybe unlock some more stuff. Maybe some more P, and then see what we can do about upgrading the ship into an even better missile frigate. So the other thing that I didn't really talk too much about is that the the guided missiles require energy in order to reconstruct. So part of the equation that we need to do here is figure out what the overall energy usage is on the ship and make sure that we have an excess of energy available for the reconstruction and regeneration of the missiles. So that's pretty important for this kind of ship design. I see another unclaimed station down there that I think I will go and claim, assuming things are okay over here. Maybe I'll orbit this asteroid to see if I can pick up some more resources. And I think another priority actually for upgrading this ship is to give it more capacity to hold more resources. So we'll do that too. All right, let's head down to the unclaimed station, assuming we don't hit too much resistance. If there's a capital ship down there, I might turn around, but we'll see how we can get here. Oh dear. Oh yeah, that was a scrape. I got a little too close for comfort, if you ask me. If I can shoot around this corner. Yep. Not quite around the corner, but close. I need to zoom out so I can see what I'm doing. See, that gives me a better view on this guy who's too far away for them to do damage to me, but close enough for my missiles to get them. That's the nice thing about missiles, is that they shoot real far. Oh, yeah, more. And this guy's actually a little bigger. So we'll see if we can't get him. Get the closer one, though, because that's higher priority. That one's down. Take advantage of missiles in the air, retargeting them. Go pick that one up. That little, there we go. And we're almost full, and we're only halfway to the unclaimed station, but let's make it happen anyway. Alright. Can see a glow, that means that there's another one close by. That one went around the asteroid, but we got its friend. You can see the diamond for the station on the edge of the screen. And wreckage, which means other entities have been fighting over this territory. Probably my people, given that it looks like it's my faction that's nearby. And as soon as I get there, it exchanges the resources that I brought nearby, and it is rebuilding fast. I'm going to just observe what kind of station we get. It's a factory. Let's see a lot of stuff going on. I think that's a... No, it's just a block. I thought it might have been a shield, but it's just a block. That's the control module. 2 factory blocks. I don't see any weapons on this platform, which means it'll need to spawn multiple ships to defend it. But we have 1,000 sealers, so let's make some more. Let's make some more P capacity and build out the ship a bit more. Okay, and then get out of upgrade and go into construction. And here we will make some more missiles. I don't want to go too far without making it symmetrical because I know I'm going to run out of P fast. The missile launchers are 24 each, and if you double them, that's 48. So it's actually pretty fast to run out of P. I did unlock the generator, the larger one, and I think I'll replace it if I can. 135 to... Yeah, I may have enough points for that, and it will generate, instead of 300 for these 4, it'll be 450, so that'll be a good bargain. Take one out, highlight the others, delete, click and drag, place. 770, not bad. So that gives me an additional, 50% power and hopefully a faster recharge on rebuilding the missiles. So let's, I don't know, we'll give this an increment, although we're not really virgining, so it doesn't matter so much. But yeah, let's. I deleted the generator. Nice. Alright, we'll make it 2 anyway, even though we're not tracking what 1 was. Alright, so our turning is a little slow, but it's not too bad. We still got pretty good thrust forward. Backwards is a bit slow, but it's okay. And let's actually fire. Oh, that's nice. See, we like that. Alright. It's a fair amount of missiles. So let's go find a target and see if that helps. I don't know if it'll reach. It's pretty far. Ooh, yeah! Oh, very nice. Oof. See, that one was sort of gathering resources and trying to rebuild itself while I was shooting at it. Oh, beautiful. Okay. No, I don't want to go zoomed in too far. Moving into green territory here. And red. Very satisfying. Got my point defenses fired up there and helped me out with that guy. It got a little close, but I'm doing a lot of damage with those missiles, so it's not too bad. Oh, and I was going to upgrade my storage capacity, which I think I might need to do soon. That was close. Oh yeah, some juicy missile action. Alright, let's go and pick up. I feel like my steering is off. Oh, I'm full. Okay. So I can't pick up those. So let's go back to the station. You don't have to do construction at the station, um, but I just find it sort of safer, especially if I mess something up and I can't steer properly or something. The station sort of helps to protect me, or the fleets that are near it help to protect me. So I do kind of like to just take care of that if I can. All right, so I got 324. That's definitely enough to expand capacity. So I'll actually save this version by going into the fleet manager. I'll do alt drag, and then I don't know if I can. Yeah, so that didn't work last time because I kept moving the mouse around when I was clicking. But if you double click without moving the mouse around, it goes directly into the editing mode. Okay, so I could just put storage right in here, which I think I'll do because it's sort of unused space right now, and I can swap it out with missile launchers when I have more power. For now, it's kind of a great place to just put protected container blocks that already exist. Okay, so that's nice. And then the defense cannons are only 4P, but that's just one. So given that I want to have a commitment to um, symmetry, maybe I'll just do a couple more thrusters here for a little bit more agility, and then see about adding more thrusters and outside point defense later as I get more power. So this will do for now. So I'll upgrade the version number, save it, and then escape out of the fleet manager. So now I have uh, almost twice as much storage for resource gathering, so that's good. And it looks like there may be some resource. Oop, that one just disappeared. Let me see if I can get this one before it disappears. I don't actually think that's. I know it's not a resource, it's a part. Yeah, so that's not going to work. Alright, but we have some things to do. So let's. Oh, we ran into something. Nice. Oh, here's a bad guy. Well, enemy might not be bad. Oh, that's wreckage. Okay. Go back over here. Here's a bad guy. Missile! Would you like some missile friends? I have plenty. Plenty of missile for you. You're too fast for me. How about some missile friends for you? Yes! Good catch. Ooh, somebody is shooting at me. And I. Okay. Oh, that was way more exciting than I wanted it to be, but it worked out for me. Yay. Um, oh, and I'm still supposed to unlock the factory, so maybe I should work on that too. See, when the enemy gets stuck in foliage, it can help take them out, because just like us, when we got stuck in the foliage and the asteroid, it can really get you hung up and really slow you down. Okay. Some of them I'm not going to go pick up just because it feels like too much work, but some of them I will. It just depends on what's going on around me, I guess. I'm going to check the map, and I don't see any new stations to go rescue, so I think I'll actually go north and see about this Flies faction. I suspect it might be a little more difficult than the Red faction, but let's see. Zooming out. Seems like kind of dead space. Oh, here's one. If you look at these little blue things, you can gather those resources. So that's something to look out for on the asteroids. So not just resources from combat, but these blue foliage has deteriorated to the point where, or ripened, I guess, to the point where it's harvestable. So it's something to look out for. It's usually not too much in the way of resources, but it can definitely fill you up if you find enough of them. Alright, and I'm almost full up in resources, which I want to keep an eye on so that I don't accidentally overcommit to combat and waste the resources. Alright, and I am full up, so I'm actually gonna go back through red territory to the station that's to the southwest. And I don't run into too much trouble in the meantime. Oh, there is a guy. There's a red here, and a dead red, and another one. Okay. And there's been more battles. There's more stuff lying around. Getting close. Don't want to run into my station because that would suck for everyone. Okay. 769 is not enough to buy the factory, but uh, we could buy more power. And what else could we do? I don't know. Let's actually just take this time to go harvest this stuff. Since we're thinking, we may as well also harvest in the meantime. Another 200, which we can exchange. That's not bad. Alright, anything else going on that we should harvest? See, I think these red ones are about to ripen. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. Like, if I were to blow them up with my missiles, would I then be able to harvest? I don't know. No, it looks like it just needs to get its thing done. This, however, was just killed. Okay. So this actually argues for me getting some forward-facing guns so that I can actually shoot at things that are dead to help break them down. Alright, let's go closer to the station. Even though it doesn't have shields, it's still somewhat protective because the other fleet is around it. Um, Station keeping. Alright, edit. Now I need to upgrade. Okay. Ooh, I can afford just barely the factory. So maybe I should do that. Yeah, what the heck. And then I'll go do some more resource gathering so that I can do my own upgrades. Alright, so we finished that. Factories cost 100p to add to a ship. Well, they take up 100p from the blueprint when you add it to a ship. So I would have to significantly redesign this ship in order to add a factory. In fact, I think if I'm going to add a factory, I might just completely change the design away from a missile frigate into, I don't know, maybe a drone frigate or something like that. It would be nice to explore how drones work too, I suppose, so maybe that's the good call. It looks like my buddy over here needs a rescue. So let's rescue it. I feel like more is happening that I don't approve of. And there are certainly more baddies. Green ones this time. I go over here. See if I can't take care of this guy. Or that guy. It's getting a little messy over here. Oh, begin. Yes. Okay, and a big green one is coming in. Very exciting. I don't think my missiles can really navigate, so what I should do is get closer. Oh, this is a sort of a non-combatant. I mean, they're all combatants, but this one is less violent. So easier to kill without too much repercussion. Let's head down to that wreckage. Make some new wreckage. Head up to this wreckage. So these purple floaty things, yep, that was actually a resource. I have 500. Just confused now about what I'm doing. Another enemy. Take it out. Get some resources. Kind of a quick cycle. Kill enemy, go pick up resources. That's what you gotta do. And we've been streaming for about 25 minutes. I think I want to max out around an hour, if possible, between sessions. So This guy's not very friendly. It was that point defense that we saw before. Although I suppose it is unreasonable to ask ships to be friendly when I'm firing huge, and not that huge, but significant salvos of missiles. It's not like I'm being friendly. Oh, and they're shooting back. And I'm gonna get destroyed. Oh, and I got him first. Oh, and I'm full. Alright, so, ooh, and there's another station nearby, a new one for me to liberate, so let me see if I can. Just gonna destroy a bunch of things on the way, and hope I don't get tagged. My camera keeps sort of zooming back in. It's one of my complaints about the game design, but it's not a huge complaint. I actually like the game quite a lot. Or else I probably wouldn't be playing it here. But it is irritating that I have to keep zooming out. But it sort of by default zooms in as I play and as I shoot things that are closer by. Not a huge irritation. Not a huge one, but just not ideal. Getting close. Ooh, that's a big station. Oh, this will be nice because it might actually have shields. We'll see. Yes. Oh, it does have shields. Super nice. And a bunch of turrets. So this is a great station to sort of seek haven in because you can actually park yourself in the shields and it will defend itself from attack. And you can certainly help if you feel like it, but you may not have to because it has a lot of turrets. Still, it would be a little weak to capital ships, probably, but it's also kind of cool to be one of the first defenders of the ship. In fact, I don't. Oh yeah, here's the factory piece right here, and it's still growing, but it should be able to make its own ships off of this factory piece. But you can see all these turrets and the shield generators are the blue squares, the dark blue squares, and these little doodads here are drones, which is why there are little blue flecks flying around. Drones have like miniguns that they shoot at things, and they're pretty cool, which I was going to show you, and I think I will, just to have another ship design. So let's do that. And it's just spawned a new ship, which is good. All right, so it's active, it's working. I'm going to go into Fleet Manager, and, not update. Fleet Manager is 3. So we already have the missile frigate. Well, we have the one without the additional storage saved, so let's actually, whoops. Let's do, we'll highlight the old one and delete it. We'll take this one and drag it out, and it'll be the new one. That works. Okay, and then I will start afresh to try to build a drone frigate with a factory. So again, the factory it's too wide, and it uses up quite a bit of P, so I'll put it back. So I've got 12 that I'm using here, and the factory is 100. The other thing that I think I'll do is actually take the advantage of this time to upgrade more P and maybe I'll unlock this rocket launcher, though I might not use it. We'll see. I like to unlock pieces as I go. Alright, so I get out of data bank, I'm back in construction. So the factory is too wide, and it's still important to me to be symmetrical. So I'm going to build a core that is too wide. We've also got this generator, so we'll do the too wide generator. And drones take, where is it? Regen energy, 150 per drone. So actually, I think let's do 3 of these generators. It's kind of big, but let's just try to have an excess of energy. Then I want the harvester. And then we'll put a little hole here. And then put the factory here. Nice. Then I need thrusters, so again we'll do some hole to stick it out a little bit. I'm actually gonna try, I'll try these big ones if I can make it happen. So you need a little space around the factory for it to work properly. I've had it pretty closely nestled in between these big thrusters before, but I think that may be too close, so let's give it just a little bit more hole. And I guess I'll build more containers here. We'll make it a little wider. Now I can carry 1,000, and now I can carry, well, it's right here, 1,600. We'll put the thruster over here. Okay. And then I'm going to copy, I guess I'll just do it in chunks. So I'll copy this. I don't have to flip it, that's pretty easy. And then I'll copy these, which I do have to flip. Okay, so that's big. And then build some hole around the containers. And then I guess I need the front hole too. I'm just going to be super paranoid about this. Oop. Okay. I've still got, what, 400p to spend. That's good because I need some stuff. So let's have some front-facing autocannons and flat cannons. So I'll do a pattern. And then the defense cannon, just because it's triangular. Okay. And then drones are you kind of need branches like you do for missile frigates. And I guess I'll continue that design. I can't remember how wide I have to do it, so there's that, and then, yeah, that's too close. Maybe that, because you can stagger them. They're not as closely fitting as guided missiles. Like you can't put them right next to each other. But that's not bad. I actually didn't know I could get them that close, so let's try that again here. 25. We'll do one more and hope that I have the P for it, and if not, then I'll reconsider. Actually, let's do another defense cannon here. Alright, so then I'm going to try to copy this. Alt, mirror. Oh, that's not my friend. These guys didn't copy right. Alright, it's close. So we'll take these guys and mirror them. You're not going to mirror, are you? Alright, we'll rotate them. And is that right? Did I just not? No, I did that right. Okay. And that's 868, so I have a little bit more. So let's do another one there and another here. And then we can put another defense cannon here and one here. And oh, we do need some thrusters on the side and the reverse, I think. So let's do little ones here. And here. And here. Here. And here. And then only 41. That is silly. Alright, so let me get rid of... Yeah, I am doing this wrong. I only need to do that, right? Yeah. Alright, let's get that closer. Okay. So that's more densely packed. But I need more thrusters, so I'm going to get rid of... I guess I'll get rid of this one and this one. So that gives me some more points to add for thrusters. So we'll do side thrusters. And I've over incremented it. Alright, so we'll get rid of that one and this one. And I guess while we're here, we can do... That is also too much. Alright. Just stop now. Just stop. Alright. Alright, so that's close. So we'll do drone frigate. And we'll save it. And it looks ridiculous, but I love it. Okay, so you can see it's rebuilding itself. It's working on those big thrusters. It hasn't spun out, which is kind of nice, but I think that may actually, unfortunately, reveal that it's not very fast. It's not too bad spinning around. Okay, that's not bad. Um, and then the other thing to note is above my credits, points, and resources, you can see now it says press C to trade R for C, and that is because now that I have a factory block in my ship, I can create my own fleet. I can build my own dudes. And in doing so, um, I use up R. So I use up the equivalent in R that I would spend in P to create the ships that I spawn. So I have the option to stockpile the R that I gather for my own use, or I can get close to a space station and give it my R to convert to C. So two possibilities there. The other thing that's going on is smaller ships, even ones that are not in my fleet. And you can see my fleet now is these little green boxes that are sort of ebbing and ebbing and waning under my ship picture, and those are all my drones. So my drones are building up to what 71, and then wearing off to 64. And they just do that. They just sort of time out. But so I have to keep on building them so that it maintains my fleet. But I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drone um, spawners on my ship, and that supports a maximum of around 80 drones, and they will follow me and attack my enemies. And I can set their behavior by using the G key to toggle through behavior. So right now, I'm not sure what it is right now, but if I press it, there's disengage. The next one is fire at will. I like engage my target because it's, well, targeted. Um, and then the other thing that I get with the factory is fleet management. So now if I use the 3 screen, I have a set of 4 designs that I will spawn if I use the F key. So my factory block will actually build these designs as I fly around, and they will be in my fleet, and they will follow my fleet orders um, as long as I don't get destroyed. So, given that I'm relatively small at 900 or so points, and my reserve is only 2,600, it would make sense for the designs that I choose to be at least lower than my reserve, possibly lower than my own ship points. But I could get away with building more drone frigates and more missile frigates. So I'm going to do that, even though it's a bit ambitious. I mean, it is a lot of resources. It would still be awesome to have my own ships in my fleet. So I'm going to use the Alt key, and I'm going to click and drag the drone frigate over to slot 1. I'm going to click and drag the missile frigate to slot 2, and then maybe I'll put some of the slightly more agile fighter type designs as slot 3 and 4. So I'm going to escape out. I got another goal. It wants me to spawn a ship. Now, the first spawning ship is too expensive for the amount of resources I have. So if I press F, oh, never mind, it chose a small. I thought it was going to prompt me and tell me to gather more resources, but instead it has built. It looks like design number 4. Yeah, I think that's design number 4. So now you can see in my fleet readout that there's a big square, or relatively big compared to the drones, and then there's all the drone squares, which have been diminishing because I have not been renewing them. I think, let me try pressing F again. F? Yeah. So now I have 445 resource in my stores, a little bit more now since I apparently picked something up. But it's telling me that it wants to spawn something that needs 483 additional. I believe that is design number 1 in my fleet manager. So I'm going to go get some more resources and I am going to try to build my fleet up. And then if I do that successfully, then I will probably end this stream and you will have seen a little bit more about how reassembly works. And I'm in trouble, but not too much. Yay! Survival! Um, so I sort of forgot that I have drones and not missiles, so I was acting more like I have missiles, but as long as I keep spawning drones, they will go out and attack my enemies. And if I remember to target those enemies that I want attacked, they will target that enemy until it dies, and then they will look for me to designate another enemy. So that's how the drones work. And they're not as targeted as missiles, but in a sort of strength in numbers kind of perspective, they can be quite useful. I'm going to try spawning again, knowing that I don't have enough. So I only need 100 additional resources. So I'm actually going to move in a little closer to give my drones more access to my target. And see, they can surround and attack, which is nice. Almost got enough resources, I mean. Alright, and they can even go pretty far. But I don't think they can go. Maybe they can't go that far. I guess we'll see. But as they fly away from me, my protection from them diminishes. So I have to be kind of careful and conservative and always be topping up my drone fleet, because the ones that I assigned to go attack the enemy that ran away are probably not going to come back anytime soon. So I have to be aware of that and aware that I have to keep recreating the local fleet. All right, so I have enough. So let's spawn another me. And since it will be a factory ship as well as a drone frigate, it will also gather resources and build its own child fleet on its own. So let's zoom in and watch it sort of come out of the factory, start building itself. You see it is building the factory cube last, or almost last. It's actually building the thrusters last, I think. But as soon as those big thrusters get built, it should start following me. And the other thing is, because it has a factory block, it will happily trade my resources for credits. So there's I let all my drones expire, so my fleet consists of the 2 ships. One is my equal, and the other is that interceptor that I built earlier. But if I keep holding down the right button, my drones will spawn, and I will have drones of my own and drones from the other ship to go and attack my enemies. And that's how drones work and fleets. All right, oh, I'm close to another rescuable station, so let's go rescue it. And then once I rescue it, I will end the stream. And thank you for your views. And if between now and then I get enough resources to build a missile frigate, I'm going to do that because it would be nice to have a missile frigate in my fleet. Yeah, okay, so my drones have flown away, so I need to make new ones so that I won't be essentially defenseless as I fly towards the station. And I'm taking my time because I don't necessarily want to get into a big fight with lots of ships right now. Um, Also, I'm unsure of where my drone. Oh, there's my other drone frigate. You can see the drones coming from it, and you can also see my drones returning to me after they go away for a while. But they're a little slow, so I have to keep in mind all of that as well as I navigate the spaceways. The front-facing cannons have been very helpful. This is not so helpful. I think it is a ship right next to the rescuing. So I got a little blown up there, but I got rebuilt, and we have rescued this station. Um, and it is rebuilding itself. And I am going to trade in R for C, I think. Yes, because that will help it rebuild. It will help it create um, more defender ships. And it gives me credits that I can use to do further upgrades. But I will do that next time. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining me. Take care.